Hello guys, DC Design Tutorials here. So I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, so just a quick update. My Discord server did get hacked and pretty much everything got deleted. So I've been trying to figure that out. That's why I haven't really been releasing videos. But now I am going to be back creating videos, and soon I will post the new Discord link in the description below. So today, as you read from the title, I will be showing you guys how to texture vehicles to make it look like a police car. For my example, I will be using Austin Police Department. So let's get into it. So first off, what you're going to do is you're going to grab a pack of vehicles here. It's probably going to have 2 vehicles like this. For now, what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it like that. Now, I will have multiple templates in the description below, but the actual program I will be doing all of the designing on is a program called Gravit. As always, it's completely free. You can download it or you can use the website. Either one works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to there. Okay, so we are here on Gravit. So I will actually have a template in the description below, but what we're gonna do is we're going to click open from computer, and we're going to grab our file. So here is my file. As you can see, this is the vehicle we were just looking at. This is the actual tab. So first off, what we're gonna do is we're going to grab their logo off of Google. So you can look that up on a Google tab and insert that image. Now, as you can see here, I've grabbed one of their police car images, so we can actually blow this up here. And I know it's not perfect, but it will work for what we're doing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click crop over here, and we're going to move it all the way over to the logo. There's that. Down here. Perfect. And keep on moving it until we have isolated just the logo. So as you can see here, now we have just the logo. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the outside here. And there is our logo. So we're going to have this on the left door first. We're going to do the left door first. So we can put this here. I'm going to open up a picture so that I can see what their police cars actually look like. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to, and the way you can do that is you can click the little plus up here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to click this little path, and we are just going to click all around the door. Now, it's fine that it's not curved because we're going to fix that in a second here. So just keep on clicking the paths all the way until you've got the whole door outlined. So there's another path, and now we can connect back to our final path. So as you can see here, if we go back to the arrange, that is our actual path. Now, of course, it doesn't follow our door, and the way we're going to fix that is we're going to use this tool here, where if you double click it, you can click on the lines, you'll get this little squiggly mark, and you can move out parts of the thing you just made. So there's that. I'm pretty sure this side curved in. Yep, there it is. So we could just outline that there. Keep on going. Now, it doesn't have to be precise. It's really up to you how precise you want it, but as you can see, that's pretty spot on. I can move it down a little bit more, just like that, and there is our door. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our image that is below, and we're going to move it above our path. So there it is. Obviously this is not the same color, so I'm going to match it up so that it is, and the way I'm going to do that is here, I'm going to click color adjust. Brightness is going to go up. And there, as you can see, it matches. So we can rotate it so that it's lined up on the door. but that is pretty much that. So now for our text, we're going to click text here, and we're just going to make a text the size we want it. I'm going to say delete all of this. I'm going to say Austin Police. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the font that Austin Police uses. So one great website I use on Chrome or on any browser, it's called myfonts.com/whatthefont. And pretty much what this does is you can insert a picture in. The link for it will be in the description below. But you can insert a picture in, and it will give you all of these different fonts. Now, as you can see, they cost money. But then you can also just look up fonts for free that are like, and then, Wedding Goth ATF bold. Okay, so now I have downloaded my font, and I have extracted it in the actual folder I want to extract it in. So now what I'm going to do is I come to File, Import, and we're going to click Add Fonts, and then our files is going to open up, and we're going to find the font that has already been completely extracted, and we're going to open it up. Now what we could do is come over here, come to Imported Fonts, and there is that. So it is actually just police on their logo. So what we could say is police. And we can move this to the center of the door and rotate it how we need. So I'm just going to rotate it like that. And I'm going to put the size up to a size that you want, of course. So that's a font or a size that looks pretty good. So what I could do is put this right next to this. And now what I'm going to do is look up their motto and put it underneath this. So their motto, we can click text and add another text. And their motto is, and I'm actually going to change this to a simple font for now. And what I could say is keeping you, your family, and the community safe. So fix spelling mistakes, of course. And what we're gonna do is add this to a font that we think looks similar. So theirs is kind of a sort of font like that. There we go. And so we're gonna size this down. And I'm gonna make the size just a little bit smaller than what it is. So probably like 18. So that it'll fit there. I'm gonna make it in the middle. Tilt it, of course, to what I need. Just like that. It's still a little bit big, so we could just put it one down to 17. And that fits perfectly. Now, if you do need to, obviously you can move things around, rearrange everything, whatever you need. It's all up to you. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that it's actually readable. So probably just about 19. Doesn't look like it fits, so I'm going to do 18.3. That's what's nice about Gravit is you can do point and you'll get an exact size. So there is our logo. Now, of course, we can bring our contrast up and then bring our brightness down, just so that we could get a bit of a darker logo here. And as you can see, that's a little bit. I'm gonna bump up the contrast a little bit more, so that there it is. So now I'm gonna zoom out again, and we have our whole car here. So now you get to start customizing simple things like this. So we can do Control D to duplicate this text, and I could put another one here. And at any time, of course, you could go back and look at your image. So as I'm looking at my image here, I can see some simple things. So obviously this text we're gonna make white. And as an image, I mean the image of the actual police car itself. So you can find those on a multitude of different websites. It really depends on what you look at, but you can pretty much see exactly what the police car looks like. So I'm gonna put this down maybe a little bit higher, right? 30. 30 looks good on the police car. So we can move that around to what we need, of course, as always. So there's our police. Now I'm gonna have a unit number, so I'm gonna duplicate this again and move it over. And for the text, we can put anything, any unit number. I'm just gonna have 4515. That's a simple unit number, right? And so I'm actually gonna duplicate this unit number and move it back here because it is also on this part of the car, 4515. And I can put the size up to 40 here. Now one more place, so we could duplicate this again and move it up here. It is also here on the vehicle. This is just gonna be the front part of the roof on the car. I'm actually gonna size this one down since, as you can see, it doesn't really fit on this bottom part here, and that's where the actual number is. So there it is. Move it over to what we need. So this is gonna be our license plate. What I'm gonna do for our license plate is I'm just gonna add a simple license plate to the vehicle. So as you can see, I've got my Texas exempt plate here. I'm just gonna move it into the middle of this plate area. And you could size it up however you need. I'm just gonna make it pretty simple. Make it easy to understand, so it's big enough, of course. I'm gonna move it into the center here. And that looks just about good. So as you can see, it should line up just about right. So if we turn off the visibility, you can see we might need to move it over a little bit and size it down a little bit. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep it like that because the numbers do fit in there. And that is really all that is necessary for the numbers to fit in there. So I'm gonna put the opacity all the way back up. Now we are at our final stage. I've put everything that I want in the car. I do want a white roof, so I'm just gonna add a square since we can be kind of rough with a roof. So we can go like this, just like that. And now what I'm going to do for this little curve here is I'm going to add another path. I'm going to make this one go down here. I'm actually going to zoom in first. So we're going to click off. And we're going to delete that. So I'm going to zoom in all the way to 100 here. And if we move over there, so we can click on our path tool here. And as I said, you could be pretty rough with it. So just come right over here and boom. So I'm gonna get our selector tool and I'm going to move it right down to here. As you can see, that's pretty well done. Of course, you can adjust anything. And if you want, you can even add a new point to make it bow out at that specific point. So I'm going to do that on both sides here, just to make it go out to that bottom part. And I'm going to move it over just a tad bit. So if we select on this here, we can move it. And there we go. So I'm going to make the outline. I'm going to make it so that it has no outline. So I'm going to select on our path here. And for borders, we're just going to type 0. here is our finished thing. Now, of course, you're like, what about all this purple and blue and stuff? What's going to happen to all of that? I am going to fix that. Need to make this white first. So I'm going to fix all of the black, and the way I'm going to do that, and I actually want door handles to be black. So I'm going to zoom in here. What we could do is grab a rectangle, and we can form it up to how it would be here, just like that. And to make it have that corner curve, we can just do that. Obviously, I'm gonna need to size that up a little bit. So what you could do is you could click size, and for height, you could just make it 23. And then make sure that's not checked on so that you can make it smaller, of course. And so there is our handle. You can click shift to grab both of these, Control D to duplicate it, and just drag it over the other doors here. So there is one. Control D to duplicate it, and we can select the two again. Oh, the other two are down here, so we can move it up. As you can see, bring it back to the back handle here. Grab both the parts and adjust it to how we need. I like using my arrow keys to adjust it over exactly how we need it. So there's our door handles. There's one back handle here that I'm gonna get. Control D. And then to move it up, we're just gonna go like this. And then, of course, I'm gonna use my arrow keys. Now, one small adjustment I like to make here is the fuel cap. And I like to actually make that white so it pops out. So I'm gonna move that over just like that. There we go. I can move it over a little bit more, and I'm just gonna keep it white like that. Now for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click duplicate, and I'm gonna click this little flip so that we have our door here, and it is still the same door, but it is flipped, so it actually works on this door. So there we go. And I can size it up a little bit if I need. Just like that. Now it's fine if you have it going outside of the door. That is fine. So what I'm gonna do, bring this in a little bit. Just make it so that it fits the door pretty well. Pretty good right there. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe even move it over like that a little bit. And then what I can do is duplicate the police, move it down, rotate it the opposite way. Now you don't want to rotate it too much or else it'll look pretty bad. You can duplicate this. Move these over how it is on the top one, because we do have to make space for that logo. So we're gonna duplicate that, move that over here, and we're going to again rotate it the opposite way. like that. So now again, make your final adjustments, small little adjustments, because this is just about the end. So the last thing we need to do, this looks pretty good to me. I don't really need to make any more changes. I'm gonna make this white. But this looks amazing to me. As I said, I don't think I need to make any more changes to this. So one more thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the unit number. Once again, finally, for the last time, I'm gonna make the color black. And I am going to make it pretty big. I'm gonna move it up here. And I'm going to rotate it completely, just like that. And as I said, I'm gonna make it pretty big. So 50, maybe even bigger than that. Maybe I can even do 60. That looks pretty good. 60. And I could put it in the middle of the roof here. Just right there, like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to our rectangle here. Make sure the fill is black. And I am just going to go over everything here. Now we do want to put this underneath everything else we have added in. So just above our image, there is everything. We still might need to move it down even more. Yeah, we do. Right there. And so that is pretty much our car. I am going to color adjust this so that the plate is white. Just like that. And I'm gonna click File, and I'm gonna click Export PNG. And we're gonna name it whatever we want. I'm gonna say Test for YT. You could click Save. And then what you could do is exit out. I'm just gonna save it to the G cloud. And then we can exit out as a... Okay, so now that we have come back in the game, I have actually just uploaded our image that we just made onto Roblox as a decal. So what I'm gonna do is I copied the link at the top. So we're gonna come down and we're gonna select the model that has this purple and all of this stuff over it. We're gonna click the drop down here and we are going to click model. There should say something that says model. After that, we're gonna click color. We're gonna click color. And you'll see all of these different models inside. So if we select all of the color models and come over to texture ID, we could delete this one, paste in what we just made, and there is our vehicle. Looks good, doesn't it? So there is our fuel cap. As you can see, our door handles are black. And here it says our model number. There's the logo, the title, everything. Everything turned out pretty well on here. As you can see, here is our number. Now, of course you would put a light bar here, ram bar in the front, whatever. But that is pretty much all that we're gonna do today. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Peace.